One of the best things about blockchain is that you can create your own apps that earn passive income. Like this developer who made over $1,000 in a single transaction, or this developer who averaged $1,000 per day or $30,000 over the last month, all with blockchain-based arbitrage crypto trading bots. And in this video, I'm gonna break down exactly what these people are doing and how you can learn the skills to create your own arbitrage-based crypto trading bots as well, with some new cutting-edge strategies for 2024. I'm gonna talk about all this as a blockchain developer myself who's done this. So if you're new around here, hey, I'm Gregory, and on this channel, I turn you into a blockchain master. So if that's something you're interested in, then smash that like button down below and subscribe. All right, so let's get into this. Let's talk about how to create a blockchain-based arbitrage crypto trading bot that can earn passive income. So let me get one thing out of the way really quickly. I'm not talking about a cryptocurrency trading bot that's trying to predict the future cryptocurrency price and buy and sell based on that information and blow up and lose your money. No, this is different. This is a crypto trading bot that capitalizes on arbitrage opportunities that exist right now in the marketplace. And the best part is the bot can't lose money, and you don't even have to have money in order to trade. Now, I've made many videos about this on my channel. I'll explain how that works in a minute. But the arbitrage space is constantly moving and changing, and new opportunities are always hitting the scene. And I'm gonna talk about a new way to do this in 2024. I'm gonna explain everything in this video, but if you wanna see exactly how to implement this step by step and steal my arbitrage crypto trading bot, then make sure you hold your spot for the Trading Bot Masterclass next Thursday on July 18th. Inside, I'm gonna show you how to set up my arbitrage crypto trading bot with the latest strategies for 2024. Trust me, you don't wanna miss this. Hold your spot with the link down below today. All right, so let's get into this. Let's first off with the basics in case you're just not familiar with how this works. So let's talk about what arbitrage is in the first place. So if you can buy cryptocurrency on one exchange and sell on a different exchange for a profit, that's an arbitrage opportunity. For example, if you can buy cryptocurrency for $100 on exchange A and sell it on exchange B for $101, that's a $1 profit, okay? So that doesn't sound great, but what if you could do that with multiple units of the same cryptocurrency or do it over and over again, then it could add up quickly. Now, you can do arbitrage on regular crypto exchanges like Coinbase, Binance, Kraken. The problem is, if you're gonna buy crypto and then transfer it to another exchange, the price might move on you by the time you transfer it from one exchange to another. But you don't have that problem if you're doing a blockchain-based crypto trading bot. Let me explain. So the blockchain is filled with decentralized exchanges or DEXs that operate on the blockchain. Things like Uniswap, SushiSwap. If you're using Solana, you might be familiar with Radium. And how these exchanges work is the actual swapping feature is on the blockchain powered by smart contracts or programs that run on the blockchain. So if you look at this website like Uniswap, basically if you connect your wallet, this website talks directly to the blockchain. Now the beauty is, whenever you are trading on different exchanges, you have open access to these applications to the back end of the smart contracts where you can do transactions that swap between the two DEXs in real time and the price can't move on you. So if you try to do an arbitrage, it'll only go through if the trade is profitable. You can't lose money when you're moving between exchanges because you're hooking into both at the real time. And this is completely permissionless. You don't have to sign up. You don't need anybody's approval or permission. You can just do this if you can create the apps that hook into them. Now, also, one of the best parts of this is you don't have to have any money in order to trade because you can use something called a flash loan. So what is that? Well, that's basically a technique where you can borrow up to millions of dollars in cryptocurrency for free as long as you pay it back in the same transaction. So what the heck does that mean? Well, blockchains support simple transactions and complex transactions. So like a simple transaction is if I was sending cryptocurrency from my account to yours, let's just say like 1 Bitcoin, that's like a simple instruction. It's just take crypto out of my wallet and put it in yours. But you can also do complex transactions with multiple steps, like step 1, borrow money, step 2, do something with it like trade it, step 3, pay it back, step 4, keep the profit. Now, you can't do that with multiple steps all in one go with just a simple crypto wallet. That's what you need smart contracts for. And if you use smart contracts, you can unlock the power of flash loans to borrow a lot of money, do the trades, pay the flash loan back, and then keep the profit. That's the power of having these developer skills as a blockchain developer. And so when you put this together all into a bot, what it does is you create an application that's a searcher bot that looks at all these different cryptocurrencies out there, looks at all these different decentralized exchanges out there. It watches for arbitrage opportunities, and whenever it finds one, it talks to a smart contract on the blockchain to take out the flash loan, trade the cryptocurrencies, pay back the flash loan, and keep the profit. Now, one really quick caveat, because a lot of people are worried, like, if I'm borrowing all this money, like, What if I lose it? Well, you can't, because the blockchain is not going to let you do that. Okay, when you're using smart contracts, the smart contract enforces that the trade's only going to go through if the trade is profitable also, and if you can successfully pay back the flash loan. So it's not even going to try to do it on the blockchain if all of those conditions aren't met. So you can't really lose any money on this case. The other caveat is if you attempt to do it and it doesn't work, whatever gas fee you paid to do that, you will of course forfeit. But we can do it much cheaper where that risk is minimal, and I'll talk about that here in a minute. Now that's an overview of how the process works. And if you watched my other videos on this in the past, you might be somewhat familiar with that process. But let me talk about how there's some new opportunities in 2024. So first, let's talk about how to even implement this, okay? Because once you've got the bot, you have a couple of different options. One is you can try to do the same thing everybody else is doing and be the fastest, most competitive person to do that. Now, you can do that if you're a very bright, developer watching this channel. That might be a good opportunity for you. But there's another way, which essentially is to try to find opportunities that other people aren't doing. Let me talk about how you can do that, because there's plenty of opportunities. Let me explain why. So if you're talking about a bot that's just watching a single trading pair, just like two different cryptocurrencies across two different decentralized exchanges on one blockchain, there's a few variables. There's the tokens that you're watching, the exchanges that you're watching, and the blockchain that you're on. But you can tweak all those variables to come up with a nearly infinite number of combinations, okay? So let's look at that. With the tokens, you have thousands and thousands of different tokens across multiple different blockchains. Even on just one blockchain alone, like Ethereum, there's thousands of tokens that can be potentially arbitraged. And on top of that, you've got multiple different decentralized exchanges, okay? So if you look at just something like Uniswap, which we talked about a minute ago, Uniswap version 2 has been forked 639 times. Okay, now a lot of those forks are probably dead, but there's still dozens of active Uniswap version 2 forks that you could arbitrage between. Same thing for Uniswap version 3. And that's just 2 dexes. There's multiple other dexes that have been forked multiple times over and over again for this. And not to mention that, there's multiple blockchains where you can basically use the exact same code. If you just look at EVM compatible chains, which support Solidity smart contracts, there's at least a half a dozen chains that you can implement this exact same strategy on. So if you see what I'm saying, which is you change the tokens, there's thousands of options. Dexes, let's just say there's dozens of options. And chains, let's say there's at least half a dozen options. You don't have to be a genius in order to understand that there's a bazillion combinations that you can look for. And that's exactly where the new strategy for 2024 comes into place. I've created a new bot that is multi-chain. So it works on a bunch of different blockchains. In particular, we're focusing on Ethereum layer 2s, where there's a lot of trading activity happening right now. What is a layer 2? It's like a blockchain that runs on top of Ethereum. We've seen the popularity of things like Base rise up lately, especially with meme coin trend, things like Arbitrum. So you can swap this strategy over something like Arbitrum really easily, okay? Also, I've created this to support multiple different exchanges. So in the past, I've used a lot of Uniswap version 2 forks because it's really popular, but I've also updated this to support Uniswap version 3 that will work just like a bunch of other dexes. So if you know how to do this on multiple chains and do multiple dexes, the token part is the same as everything else. And that unlocks the potential for an insane number of opportunities that were not as easy before. So this can be very competitive in 2024. All right, so that's an overview of how to create a blockchain-based arbitrage crypto trading bot with Flash loans and how to implement this with new strategies inside 2024. So if you want to see exactly how to do this step by step and steal my blockchain-based arbitrage crypto trading bot that uses Flash loans, then make sure you hold your spot down below for the Trading Bot Masterclass next Thursday on July 18th. Inside, I'm going to show you everything you need to know. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. So that's all I've got for today. As always, make sure you subscribe, smash the like button down below. And until next time, thanks for watching Dapp University.